Do you want to go to a place for fantastic winter getaways? To a city where people don't talk to people like people do? Or do you want to be swooned by a douche with an acoustic guitar wearing neck foreskin? Alice Lake. So Alice Lake follows the Thomas family as they go away for a vacation in their winter vacation house, and shit goes wrong, of course, because that's what happens on our channel. Alright, so let's start off with the acting here. I don't know whether to fault the acting as much as I do the actual writing for the characters. As I said in the intro, they don't talk how people talk. If you ever just listen to conversations in movies and you're like, that's not right. That's not what people actually say to other human beings. It's not human being conversations. I think that's what a lot of this mediocre to bad acting may be, is just bad character development. Now, there is some very questionable acting, but overall, I'm not going to say it's awful. It's not great, it's not awful. As far as the effects go in this movie, there's very few of them, and the ones that are there, they're also not great. There is some blood, not a ton. They do have one body that I was like, alright, that looks pretty fucking cool. But it's very minimal, and the little bit that they give you, it's not impressive. So, I'll give you a pass, but you're passing with like a D+. It's not great. As far as the sound of the movie goes, it's also not great. I will go as far as to say it's straight up bad. They have like one song they play, and you know, a score for a movie can really set this movie apart. Everybody knows, dun, 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 dun. Everybody knows Halloween. It's iconic. This is like a 3-year-old on like an organ, a bonk, 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 and that's what the song they try to play over and over again. And then at one point in this movie, the guy, he swings a hatchet and he misses, and he swings it like 3 times, and it sounds like, I don't know if they just straight up stole the soundboard, but you remember that game for the Wii Fit, and it was the baseball game? Whonk, whonk. That's what the sound effects in this movie are like. It's not great. It's bad. With how the actual movie feels itself, it looks okay. I won't fault you there. You set it up in a beautiful location, and your cameras are relatively decent quality. I won't fault you there. It's what you did with the editing of the movie that bothers me the most. This movie's very choppy. It will move from scene to scene, and you're like, how did we get here? What? We're just here, and then you just end it, and then we're here. Okay. It's a lot of that. As I mentioned, the dry dialogue, the very first 10 minutes of the movie, you'll see a cop pull over the family, and then he's going to be like, just want to know who's passing through my town. And he'll go, am I done here? And that's what you get this entire movie. You did something there. I don't know what it was. You did something. And honestly, it was probably boring me. And it really was foreshadowing for the rest of this movie. And going back to the actual look of the movie, I told you it was very choppy, and I think this movie really could have benefited from some montages. Now, montages, they're not great in movies, but this movie really could have used them. There's a point there where the two families are apart, and they have their own storylines going on. And they actually had the douche wearing foreskin, playing guitar. They already had the music there. You could have chopped up the 2 conversations the family were having. You could have melded that into one scene with some crossfades. You could have shortened up this movie. Not that it needed to be any shorter. I think it's only about 75 minutes long. But not that it needed to be shorter. But man, would it have gone so much smoother. Because they have these really long, extended scenes with no cuts, no sound, and nothing's going on. I'm going to give you a sample of what's going on here. At the very beginning of the movie, they're having a family come in, and they're unloading their luggage. There's no sound here. They close the door, and then the camera's panned far away. You can't hear footprints or anything. You don't hear the door open. You just see a family walking into the house with luggage in their hands. Did you enjoy that awkward silence and me just staring deep into your soul? Because that's what this movie is. It's just a lot of awkward silence, a lot of awkward staring, and a lot of nonsense that didn't need to be there. Now, as I mentioned, these characters, they're not well-developed characters. You don't care about the storylines. You don't care what they say, what they die. It's bad. I have it marked At about 35 minutes, I was praying for somebody just to get their face smashed in with a hammer. I shouldn't want all of your characters to be smashed in just for my entertainment. That means you've made some shitty characters, because I wanted all of them just like, pop, and then just done. I'm done with all of them. I was still sitting there at the 41-minute mark. I have here 41 minutes, no one has died, nothing scary is happening. I'm watching a douche wearing neck foreskin play guitar. That's 41 minutes into this movie, not a fucking thing had happened. That's not good, because you only have an hour and 10-minute movie. I will admit, right at, I had a 41-minute mark, right at the 50-minute mark, stuff starts going down. So I was 9 minutes away from shit happening. But then when shit happens, it is a shot-for-shot remake of so many movies. If you guys actually watch this movie, you'll be like, oh, that's Scream. Oh, that's Saw. Oh, that's it's like 6 other movies done exactly the same fucking way. Guys, in the end, this movie is not bringing you any originality. It's not bringing you awesome, The Void. I didn't have the greatest of things to say for The Void, but man, it was worth watching just for the special effects. There's no special effects here. There's no awesome score. I mean, it's not the Greasy Strangler. I don't have a song stuck in my head. I don't have the 3-year-old playing organ like, fuck, I gotta hear that again. There's nothing here, guys. It's your run-of-the-mill movie executed poorly. It's not the worst movie. It's not great. I don't think it's worth buying. I don't think it's worth like red boxing. I think you guys are going to be able to pass this one, and you'll be able to sleep kindly at night. Guys, if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to subscribe, or you can get back here every Friday where I'll have another review waiting for you. We also do some gaming on this channel, or you can head over to modernhorrors.com where we have all kinds of reviews, behind the scenes, everything you guys may want. You guys are horror fans. We're horror fans. We're here for you. I love you.